Aki Bulan, real talk. Has the shock worn off yet? With this voting rights deconstruction that was planned in Project 2025 that we warned you about, no one, everyone thought the grass was greener on the other side. They wanted to sample it. They wanted to have the poo-poo platter and end up being poo-poo more than platter. What can you do? You still have to participate. This should make you more active because the whole goal is voter suppression, which they accomplish because they know black folks get out there and vote, especially with something like Civil Rights Acts and landmark decisions, Voters' Rights Act, and that was like the crown jewel of the Voters' Rights Act, and it has been dismantled by the current Supreme Court, which is a conservative court. I think they have 6 conservatives to 3, progressive Democratic. I don't know, man. It's politics. It's all designed to me. Be honest with you, I'm gonna just call it what it is because it affects me more so than anybody else, and especially my community. It's all systematic racism that's being displayed. They never want you to vote. They want to take away all these different majority or mostly black voting, gerrymandering districts and eliminate them. Anything that's going to be DEI or anything DEI or affirmative action related that was passed in these decisions, they're using that now to say, well, hey, that's race-based. That affects the white people, that you're suppressing white people now because now you're giving them a heads up or a head start. So affirmative action and all these other, civil rights, legislation that was put in place was basically intended to help black people or people with color or the minorities to at least have somewhat of an opportunity to at least get the doors open a little bit. And now that these racist Supreme Court justices are now saying that, well, no, we can't use that as a proxy anymore because it affects the majority of white people and they feel shut out. And why should they have something designed for a certain group and that's going to affect us? So they manipulated the whole situation, and this is where we're at now. And the court has made its decision. And so what it's going to do going forward is going to really change things going forward. There's still some measures in there that you can take advantage of. There's still fight because anything that that's they think that will help and assist minorities or black people or whatever, a group of people over themselves, because they got all the advantages in the world, but they still feel threatened, and they feel threatened with the influx of opportunity as far as African Americans and people, other minorities that's in this country. So we warned you once again what was going to happen if you didn't participate. I've been telling you this since 2018, 2017. And so here we are. It's been 10 years. So I've been telling people that, but because you can see how the current was going, especially with the emergence of Donald Trump, because the whole objective is to have as much power as possible and to wield that power, which the Democrats have failed to do, even though they had Obama in office for 8 years and also had Biden in office for 4 years. Yeah, one term. So their objective, when they got in office, obviously changed. You know, all of a sudden Obama was the president of all America. And Joe Biden was he was all about the immigrants, helping them. He didn't care about the people that were here, that was needed to help. But we did see where the money went to Ukraine, and it went to the illegal immigrants that were their caravan that was open gates to enter the country, affecting a lot of people in inner cities who wasn't getting that help, and ultimately resulted in resentment, and ultimately resulted into ICE being more aggressive. And this is where we at, chaos. So congratulations, America, you played yourself once again. We all played ourselves. So we need to get back to focus. We need to get back and get learned up about your laws, about your rights, and see if you can protect them this time by being active. I'll keep it on. Real talk. We'll see you again. Peace.